Okay, here's some of the things that I look at when I'm looking at sources. I very much begin with the provenance. I look at the bottom of the source to see where it is from. And before I've even read the source, which is the content, I'm starting to think, is there anything about who's written this source or where it's from or its purpose, what it's trying to do, that'll help me understand what the opinion might be in the source. This is pretty important. I try and do this before I've even read the source, so I've got an opinion and I don't get sidetracked by the content. Once I've done that, I look at the nature. I think, what is this source? Is it a cartoon and therefore sent to entertain? Is it a government report that's written in secret and therefore might have actually people's true opinions? Or is it maybe a letter or a newspaper? Is it sent to try and influence opinion? Will it have people's true opinions in it? Once I've considered all of that, I then start actually looking at what the source actually says. So I look at its content, the language that's actually used, and I think about the tone of that language, because that will give me some idea to whether I can trust it or not, whether it's reliable or not, whether it's useful or not. Then I take all of this in the context. What else do I know is going on at this time? Why has the person written that source at that particular time, and does that help me understand it? Remember though, your English skills, whenever I put all my answers together, I use connectives. This means, as a result, therefore, I link together what I'm saying. In considering all of those things, here are some of the question types that I'm going to be asked. There will be more, of course, but this gives you some sort of themes that you can look for. Once again, I've written for you down here the types of things I'm going to be asked and things I'm going to be considering in my answers. I'm not going to be forgetting connectives, but what I must do is this. So for example, if the question at the top is, which source would X do X more, I must answer and make a judgment to which source would do it. Which source is more useful for telling me something, I must make a judgment to which source. Which source do you trust more to tell me something, I need to make a judgment and say which source. In what ways are sources C and D similar, I must explain and demonstrate in which ways they're similar and which ways they're different. So make sure you ATBQ.